Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. This is iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you because it's great to be home, guys. So what did I do? Walked out in the sand for you in beautiful Newport Beach on this lovely cold morning, and it's just absolutely stunning out here. But no one has our best interest at heart. Nobody. I'm telling you, I could have had 20 different titles to this video, but no one cares about us because they would rather lie to us and tell us, don't worry about it. Oh, it's okay. But nobody has our best interest at heart. Please like the video. Please subscribe to my channel. Share it with your friends. Comment. I love the comments. Good, bad, or indifferent. I dig it, okay? And I will respond to you because I read them, and then I laugh, and then I respond. But today we also have a sponsor, Patriot Gold. So let's get right into it. I flipped a coin, and this one is the first story. Rafael Bostick, the Atlanta Fed's president, okay? This morning, he was talking to different news sources, talking about how inflation is coming down. We finally turned the corner, and it's going in the right direction, and it's not, guys. You know it's not, I know it's not, he knows it's not. Think about this. Personal consumption expenditure, which is what the Fed is their main gauge for inflation. That right now was up to 4.1%. Well, we feel it's going to be at 2.7%. You can feel that you're going to be, a leprechaun. It doesn't make you a leprechaun, Rafael. But what it's done is the lies, the continued lies about how inflation is tame, inflation is under control, is great. Okay? No, it's not. It really is not. And this guy is a complete and utter liar. Complete liar right now. So I'm telling you, their method is if we tell you long enough, it will be the case. It will be the case, and it'll all work out. But we're going to see inflation continue to cool off between now and the end of the year and into 2025. And he predicts that there will be one rate cut between October and December. If, in fact, there is a rate cut, it will be in October to help one side in the election, which will not do it because 90% of us will be so broke by that time that we're going to sit there and go, what did we do? Who did we vote for? Why are we doing this? That's what people look at as their bank book. And again, no one's looking out for you. No one has your best interest at heart right now because they don't care about you financially and how your children are doing. Is it safe for your kids to go to school? The last video, one thing I got a lot of comments on were the teachers and how many teachers backed out of being teachers right now because of the safety factor. And I'm talking about Southern California, Irvine, California, nice cities where you're like, wait a second, no crime in Irvine. Doesn't matter, Dan, it's getting worse everywhere that they don't want to be teachers. Letter carriers, mail carriers, postal workers, done. I would rather retire. I would rather go do anything than worry about driving down the street with somebody else's mail and worry about getting robbed because the letter carriers can't carry things to protect themselves. The union doesn't allow that. Okay, well, what happens if you had something on you to protect yourself? You'd probably get in trouble for that if, in fact, you were robbed and took, your own security in your own hands. You know what I mean? So again, done. Well, I'm not going to do it. Well, we'll just hire somebody stupid that's going to work for less. That's their thinking right now. Next thing is Wells Fargo Bank. Wells Fargo Bank helped commit a $300 million fraud by doing a Ponzi scheme. There is a company called Seaman Holtz who issued unregulated securities and sold these unregulated securities in Florida to basically grandma. Grandma put her life savings into these investments and they were fake. They were awful. And what Seaman Holtz did was took later money in and then paid out people. Grandma wants her money back. Okay, we'll use the money from over here to pay out grandma. Basically a Ponzi scheme. Now here's the worst part about this. Wells Fargo Bank, Hells Fargo as we like to call them on this channel, Hells Fargo set up 31 accounts on both sides of this. And Hells Fargo knew what these people were doing. They knew that these people were not up and up and were not a regular investment company. So we've talked a lot about the banks. We've talked a lot about everything. You know, I had an analyst write me about the banking situation and how bad it is. And there's one thing I'm trying to verify right now. Man, oh man, we are going to get some crazy stuff coming out when it comes to bank regulators, these EV cars, everything. People are sick of the EV cars. There could be a point in time where Tesla does not sell EV cars. They just sell their technology and basically scrap the cars. What happens if you have a Tesla car? Who services that? Where do you get that stuff? Now, people don't talk about electric cars anymore. Okay. What about these banks that are consolidating? Stephen in the UK writes me about all the consolidation of all the banks in the UK. It's not just an America thing. It is around the world, to where there are going to be areas where you will not have a bank for hundreds of miles. In the UK, it's tragic that they're going to have it. But again, no one has your best interest at heart. The Fed will lie to you and tell you that everything is great and that the economy is dynamite and everything's going good, but your local hamburger stand is going out of business. They cannot afford to pay their own peoples. Their own people that work there. You can't afford a $25 hamburger. None of us can. None of us should have to pay that stuff. But inflation's going down. Seriously, it's like the Bob Kudla thing from last week that made a lot of sense. If the stock market continues to melt up and we see it go through the roof like this, and then it drops 40%, is that going to be shocking for everybody? Who knows? It's going to be shocking for me. But, let me know what you guys think about this so far. And again, do you think that our government has our best interest at heart? Let me know below. Share your thoughts on this. One thing they do here every day is they take these tractors and clean all the sand and all these cigarette butts and everything like that and scrape it. And then when you get out here first thing in the morning, you get nice smooth sand without any garbage or crap on it. It's very nice, okay? So let me know what you think. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. Guys, have you seen what gold and silver has done lately? Wow. Silver's at almost $32 an ounce. Wow. I remember 18 bucks not too long ago. Okay, so it's shooting up. You can buy silver and gold from the best place in the world, and that's Patriot Gold Group. Call them today, 888-330-1431. They have an IRA and 401k. They also have a free investor guide that they will send you out on why you should be in precious metals. But when you look at gold that's well over $2,400 an ounce and silver that's approaching $32 an ounce, you need to get yourself ready for this economic downturn that's eventually going to come. Okay? And again, I think when it comes, it's going to be fast and furious, and you won't be able to hang on to anything. That's my prediction. But call Patriot Gold today and get some answers. 888-330-1431. Do it today before it's too late. Once again, Stephen sent me the story about how young people, 18 to 26 right now, are starting to get with the program. Hey, this doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem fair. What are they doing to us? Why are there no banks in my area? So you're seeing a banking desert, is what they're calling it in the UK. And you're seeing the fact that they have areas where you have no service, you have no customer service. Macquarie Bank, okay, I've had 5 people tell me different names to pronounce that. Macquarie. Anyways, that bank in Australia we talked about, that was going to get rid of cash last week. Well, I heard they upped the timeline, we'll see if that's true or not, to June 1st. So if that's the case, get ready for a bank that will not be a bank anymore and that you won't be able to get cash. Now, driving here today, I need cash because I'm going to take my friend to lunch. Let me go and get cash out of the ATM, okay? That's nice to be able to do that. People don't have that, and be able to have banks that are linked to different accounts, it's going to be the only way to go. But Macquarie Bank in Australia, it is funny because if they move that timeline up, It's going to be very, very interesting. The next thing is zombie mortgages. Now, I spoke with my friend Doug about this, and how many people do you know that during the last economic downturn borrowed money against their home and then couldn't pay it? And then went out and worked out refinancing and a way of getting the mortgage for less money. Remember that? Remember those days of everybody doing that? And real problem, because this one woman, Karen McDonough, she went out and got herself into trouble financially, worked out a deal with her bank, and then they said, you know, we're going to forgive this loan. Never did a reconveyance on the house. So guess what? She wakes up about 10 days ago to a group of people in front of her house, and she's like, hey, what's going on? What are you guys doing here? Oh, we're selling your house. We're foreclosing on your home. That second mortgage you never paid, we're selling it off and we're going to own the house by the end of the day. So, okay. I mean, you got people out there that have these old loans. If you went out and you did that with your bank and they forgave money, you better make sure you're in good shape, guys, because a lot of people just took the bank at heart with what they told them. And again, no one has our best interests at heart. No one cares about you. No one wishes you well. And, oh my God, these poor people. Now, like Miss McDonough, her kids have lived there forever, guys. 2007, when she originally moved in the house, and she got herself a modification to her loan, but never followed through on it. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Well, the second trustee, they're gonna worry about it. And what you're seeing right now is people getting desperate. The banks, you know what, we're tired of all this billions of dollars that we're owed, so we're gonna go after these people and collect this money. I am telling you guys, if you know of people that had modifications and they went out and worked a deal, you better make sure that you worked it out and that, you know, you refinanced during that time and that you own the house free and clear, because like this woman did, they're just gonna come out, they're gonna foreclose, and she's gonna lose it. Now, here's the sick part. These foreclosures are gaining pace, and the HOAs are gaining pace. The homeowners associations out there where people did not pay their association fees for whatever reason, they didn't feel like it or they didn't have the money, they're starting to shut these people down and foreclosing them for a minimal amount of money. For $10,000, they're foreclosing on people's houses. So, small businesses out there. We've talked about this extensively, and you've got so many small businesses that cannot make it right now and paying rent. When you see the number of people that paid partial rent be well over 55%, that is huge, guys. This is the wrong direction. What else are they not paying? If they're not paying rent, think they're paying their payroll taxes? Think they're paying their liability insurance? Think they're paying all their employees? No, they're not. They are not, guys. So don't get yourself overextended with these small businesses too. If they owe you money, collect the money. Be the greasy wheel. Be the loud person that is demanding of these people to get your money. You don't want to be caught up and be the one owed money, because they owe a lot of people money. If they're not paying their rent, they're not paying other people too. It's not just one thing. Oh, we just don't pay the phone bill. No, it's everything right now. Let me know if you feel different. Just a quick video this morning. I'm going to finish it with these last few stories. And I get a kick out of people that talk about investment bankers and how rough they have it. And oh my gosh, this guy dropped dead at 30 years old because he worked over 100 hours a week. Okay, guys, 14 hours a day, 14.25 hours a day would be 7 days a week at 100 hours a week. There's only 168 hours in a week. So again, work-life balance, anybody who's super rich, there's no such thing. Until you make it, there's no work-life balance. So again, if you want to date an attorney that just got out of law school and gets hired at a big firm, they get in at 5 o'clock in the morning, they leave at 9 o'clock at night. They work so much, it is insane. Same thing with the banks. You want to get ahead, you better be putting the time in. So let me know. I had a great story sent to me about insurance. Everybody talks about California, New York, Florida having trouble with insurance. How about Iowa? Iowa's got insurance. Got a great story below about how people in Iowa cannot get homeowners insurance, and they're getting cut off, and all the problems with all these insurance companies that are not writing policies. What's the problem in Iowa? Seriously, cornfields, fires, earthquakes, that's it, right? No, it's a hurricane. The hurricanes of Iowa we've heard about so much. No, guys, there's no such thing. But again, the insurance companies are the ones in trouble. They're the ones that have made these issues worse by the way that they've handled it financially. So let me know what you think about this stuff. This is one of my favorite things. Sports Illustrated did not produce a printed May issue. I am telling you guys, if you want to buy a company, you could buy Sports Illustrated right now. You could put together an investment group. Dave Portnoy should do this and run Sports Illustrated, because it's a joke. Because what they did was they set up a licensing agreement, didn't pay the licensing fee of $4.3 million, and didn't have the adequate money because the parent company says, we're not going to be your bank anymore, so there's no Sports Illustrated. Which again, I haven't bought Sports Illustrated for 30 years. At an airport was the last time I did it too. So that's done. But again, you're going to see more and more companies that are going to have problems. I was at a party 10 years ago where a guy does licensing deals, and he says, I can get you the members only company for $400,000. That's the jackets and stuff like that. And I'm like, wow, that seems really cheap. And this was 10 years ago. Seems really cheap. You're going to see things like that in the economy happen one more time. It's gonna be there. Final story, and I love this one. So I just gotta read this to you because it's great. There's a woman that was caught stealing from Facebook and Nike. Former diversity manager gets 5 years in prison for a $4.9 million fraud. What this woman did was set up companies, fake invoices, fake companies, that she would then have invoices sent to her, and then Facebook would pay them. Oh, okay. And then she got caught in Atlanta committing this massive fraud, but she was the diversity manager. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so her name, which I got to get this right because it's good, was Barbara Furlow Smiles. Barbara Furlow Smiles. Well, she's not smiling now because she's going to jail. Okay? Please do not forget to hit the like button. I'm so happy to be home. Oh my God. Okay? Nothing like sitting in a tube for 6 hours. I had a great time at my son's graduation. It was absolutely fantastic. Everybody was fantastic. Everybody was great. Then I came home to my house, being cleaned. A friend of mine, who I helped her outline her book. Oh, let me do something for you. Okay, sure, do whatever you want. Cleaned my house, took care of my dog, and it was great. Okay? So, anyways, you want to get a hold of me, hello at iAllegedly.com. Onward and upward, guys. Make good choices. I will see you very soon. Let me know what you guys want to see, but remember, nobody has our best interest at heart. The only thing that you can do is watch your own finances, watch yourself, and take matters into your own hands, guys. Seriously. Okay? Have a great day.